Live. If you are watching live, say good morning in the comments or post something about what you're excited about today or you're excited about for the weekend. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your world today. But today our topic is the myth about mindset. And if you've never watched my videos before, welcome. My name is Andrea Oram. I am a music teacher. I teach choirs, and I also mentor new music teachers. So that's kind of fun. But today we're talking about something that is applicable for not just music teaching, although it can be really useful. Because I wanted to dig in just a little bit more into something that we touched on yesterday about imposter syndrome. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, that's totally okay. You can go watch yesterday's video if you want to, but this is partially a standalone video, partially a slight reference to that one. So if you want the full picture, go check out yesterday's video. You can get that video on YouTube. So if you're interested in watching it on YouTube, you can also see it on my profile. But if you want to get the full picture and see a different guide section and then all these past videos, you can check that out in the link in the description of this video for the Music Lover to Music Teacher group. So go check that out if that would be useful for you. If not, no big deal. But we're going to talk about mindset a little bit today. And I already see some friends popping in. Good morning, Carrie Fisher. So good to see you. Happy Friday to you. So today we're talking about mindset. And I'm not just talking about some like floofy, like fluffy thing that doesn't really make a difference or that doesn't really matter. I'm talking about, and that's why I'm busting a myth, right? Because that's the idea that a lot of us have. I even had that idea previously that, like mindset's this fun thing that some people talk about, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really impact my life all that much. When in reality, the question I had when I was kind of asking that was, does changing my mindset really change anything? That was kind of the underlying question I was asking. Does changing my mindset really change anything? And I think that the underlying question of that is a myth. And that's the myth about mindset I want to break today, because I think it does. Changing our mindset, changing how we think, changes a lot of things. And the only right way I know that is because I've done it in the last year and a half or so. I met an amazing mentor of mine. Her name's Martha. And she has blown up my world in terms of how I think about things and how I approach different things and how I train my brain or how I use my mind to think about possibilities, to prepare for things, to plan, to organize, to structure my life, and to dream. And that has been so amazing. So if you are interested in like more depth of what she does and stuff like that, there's a link in the description of this video for her course called Big Think. It's awesome. Go check it out. But I want to say the myth about mindset is that it doesn't matter. And the reality is that it matters. And the reality is that if we change how we think about things, it physically changes us. Actually, I have another thing I want to show you. I have a book that I have been reading by Dr. Carolyn Leaf. I don't know if you've ever heard of her. She's amazing. She's a neuroscientist person that studies people, but also studies science like the brain and stuff like that. And she makes it so easy to understand for people who are not super sciencey like me. And the book I'm reading right now is called Think, Learn, Succeed by Dr. Leaf. So I put a link in the description of this video for that too, if you're interested in just peeking at that. But the whole premise is that our mind, how we think, our thoughts take up actual space. Our thoughts take up matter. Like they take up brain space. Like we talk about that is like an ethereal thing, like not a real actual tangible thing, but they actually take up physical space. They take up physical room in our mind, in our brain. And so our brain has incredible power over our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. So the way we think, our actual thoughts, change things about us mentally, physically, emotionally. So the way we think about hard things, the way we think about dreaming, the way we think the way we think about so many things changes us. And we aren't the same person that we were before. Part of that is because we have so many thoughts that go through our mind every day. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. And when we are able to take captive those thoughts, I think way before the science came out, we already knew that if we take our thoughts captive, we can take our thoughts captive, first of all. So we knew, scriptures tell us way before we ever had the science to prove it, that we, first of all, have the capability to take our thoughts captive and to control our thoughts in some way, in a lot of ways, more than we think, more than we are aware of. And two, that when we do that, we change. We change for good, or we change for not good if we aren't in control, if we aren't taking those thoughts captive. So I want to encourage you, if this is new to you, go check out some of those resources I mentioned. They're so helpful. They have changed and rocked my world in the best way possible. And do a little dreaming. See what you can do to start that process of, if you're in a rut, if you're stuck, feeling stuck, to start that process, because it is just so beautiful. So if you are watching live, I love it. That's awesome. Let me know in the comments if you've ever heard of Dr. Leaf, if you have ever dug into some of this reality of neuroscience and how the brain works, and physically the fact that we can take captive our thoughts and what that does. So because I would love to hear your perspective and your response. If that's something that you do, that would be so cool. If this is new to you, I would also love to hear about that, because I like talking about this stuff. It's kind of nerdy and whatever. And so, well, I think I'm nerdy, but you can, I guess, let me know in the comments if you think otherwise. But if this is new to you, I'd love to talk more about it, especially if it would be useful for you. I already have a guide section in the group, Music Lover to Music Teacher, about how mindset and some of these deeper things impact our teaching. So I have a little guide section in there, so you can go check that out if you're interested in that. The link is in the description of this video if you're not in the group. And if you're already in the group, go check out the guide section. What are you waiting for? So have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you. Wait a second, I see a comment. Sorry, Carrie Fisher, you said something about Dr. Leaf. She says, Dr. Leaf is very interesting. I've watched some of her videos before. Yes, I think she has some stuff on YouTube. I've seen some of her posts on her Facebook profile, so you can go check her out there too. But yeah, her books are amazing. I've already read one of her other books, and I'm currently in Think, Learn, Succeed. So have a great Friday. I will catch you again on Monday, and bye for now.